this! Let's ride! I was experimenting. I needed to hold still. Mostly the spell I create. Exactly. Magic is power. All you have to do. Mostly trying to keep anything with Elin. Hold still. You'll need this unless you want to spend the next few hours as the sheep. Not as... Mostly they serve to keep errant magic inside Tordriak's boundaries. You know, the standard 3 points of protection thing. Unfortunately, my spell kicked those wards in the teeth. They're not protecting anything now. The spell I created has my magical mark on it, if that makes sense. There are certain types of magic that can be affected by their creator, intentionally or not. Messing with forces already attuned to you can have unpredictable results. Exactly. Magic is powerful and great and all that, but it can be pretty sensitive. Fussy, Magister Irin likes to say. And since my spell is already wreaking havoc across Tordreak, I'd rather not take any unnecessary risks while fixing it. The name's Ember. Well, technically it's a nickname, but it's all I use. I'm Magister Irin's apprentice. I think he regrets taking me on sometimes, but he's got a big heart. He saw that I had no formal training and told me to come here to learn. This is Tordreak. There's a big wizard's tower, you can't miss it. I've been living there with Magister Irin, plus a few people who keep up the grounds and the tower itself. All of whom have been affected by my spell, I'd guess. All you have to do is place those crystals I gave you on the 3 protective wards. It'll be easy, I promise. Mostly trying to keep anything with ill intent away from you. My errant spell seems to... The spell I created has my magical mark on it, if that makes sense. There are certain types of magic that can be affected by their creator, intentionally or not. Messing with... Exactly. Magic is powerful and great and all that, but it can be pretty sensitive. I really don't like your odds. That was a bit of a warm-up. The first protection, mostly they serve to keep errant magic inside Tordreak's boundaries. You know, the standard 3 points of protection thing. Unfortunately, my spell kicked those wards in the teeth. They're not protecting it. The spell I created has my magical mark on it, if that makes sense. Exactly. Magic is powerful and great and all that, but it can be pretty sensitive. Fussy, Magister Irin. All you have to do is place those crystals I gave you on the 3 protective wards. It'll be easy. Mostly trying to keep anything with ill intent away from you. My errant spell seems to be affecting the creature. Here we are. I'm going to cast a little... That's 1 ward restored! Let's go fix the next one. It's in the glade just west of here. I really should have paid more attention to Magister Irin when he was explaining how these protective wards work. I should have paid more attention to him in general, actually. Unfortunately, no. The wards are just to keep the unstable magic inside the bounds of Tordreak. That way, I can work on a counterspell without worrying about the original spell spreading. Magister Irin... Here we are. I'll make sure. Oh, you're a natural. Maybe you should have been Magister Iren's apprentice. The last ward is south of here, inside a cave. This is the last one. Let's get this over with quick. That's all the wards. Let's talk outside. I need to figure out what to do next. Ugh, stupid moats! I know my rogue spell is to blame for most of the weirdness happening around Tordreok, but it almost seems like these damned moats are becoming dangerous. They're doing more than just mischievous magic. Ugh, fish biscuits. I need to figure this out. I'm not sure. The moats aren't new. They're always hanging around Tordreok. I think they're drawn to places like this. But there was nothing in my spell that should have made them act malevolent. And there are a lot more around than usual. Yes, I can make traps to contain them, but I'm still worried about their behavior. While I work on the traps, could you head into the tower and look to Magister Iren's things? He might have a book with more information about the moats. See if you can find anything in the tower about the moats. I'll meet you there and start on the traps.
This is ridiculous. I knew Magister Iren should never have taken in a mangy cat like you.
Relax, Huldressa. I'm working on it.
You better work fast, because with Magister Iren... What the... Oh!
All right. That was a little funny. You in here? Did you find anything useful about the moats? I finished the traps. Oh, I read that one with the wind sorrow lady, right? Oh, what if my spell disturbed her and that's why the moats are acting up? That's troubling. And also, the traps are finished. Here, I'll mark some places. Good luck setting up the traps. I'll meet you by the livestock pens when you're finished. Yuli!
Is that the last of them? Oh, thank feck.
All right, let's get you two back. You're back! The traps worked. I made something. I know it looks like a spoon, but normally I wouldn't bother. Here, take the spoon of undo. If you could run around and fix the livestock and Hildressa, that will give me a chance to just look around. Well, they're still animals. I wasn't trying. Well, they're still animals. They might run around a bit, but I doubt they'll make it too difficult for you. They're not exactly geniuses. Personally, if I was a sheep and got turned into a human, I think I'd go off on an adventure. I wasn't trying to turn animals into people, I swear. I had a theory about animating the inanimate. One of Magister Irin's texts gave me the idea. That's probably... Well, I'll be in the tower working on the counterspell. Come find me when you're done.
Off with you, Swit! Right now.
Was I just a guar? This is all Emma's fault.
Fish biscuits. That wasn't right. I assume he'll dress us back to her charming self? I've run into a problem. I have good, because if the mirrored way isn't with the rest of his things, it's... Magister Irin has warned... Once we find the mirrored way in Magister... Not sure. I picked the lock on the place as soon as I figured out he didn't want me getting in there. It wasn't hard. Mages like Magister Irin tend to think in very magical ways. They'll put necessity. Follow me. The library's downstairs. Give me just a moment to pick the lock. All right, let's get in and out as quick as we can. I don't sense anything. Maybe the old man was bluffing. Fish biscuits!
I warned you, Ember.
This spell is specifically targeting me. I'll figure out a way down. You just focus on getting the book.
To run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
That's it! You got it! Now, let's get out of here before I set off something else. Magister Irin really didn't want me getting... I didn't know the old man had it in him. He had something to target me specifically. What a sneaky old goat. Let me take a look. Nope, not that. That would be bad. What about this? Oh, here it is. It's Amahan ist Exis, not Gahan Amexis ist. Good thing I checked. See? That's personal growth, right? Two different arcane glyphs. They do entirely different things when written and pronounced aloud. The second one is what I need for my counterspell. Now, all that's left is to get to the old ritual circle and cast this. The counterspell should set everything right in Tordreyak. things will be just as Magister Irin left them, and I won't have to face his furrowed brow. I'll need your... The old ritual circle is a place of power, and I'm going to need all the help I can get. I plan to draw on the magic there to help strengthen my counterspell. Magister Irin told me about it. This probably isn't how he wanted to implement the lesson. Maybe? Old tales and myths always start from some truth at some point in time. If luck is with us. The ritual circle is just up the hill. I'll meet you there. First, we need to set the ritual flames. There's 3 around the site. Light the 3 ritual flames here. I'll get the ones on the altar.
Not my rest.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
It worked! We did it! Come on, let's get back to the tower.
To work under these conditions. I was turned into a guar. A guar!
Of course, Huldressa. I promise to address the situation.
See that you do.
Huldressa sold me out, didn't she?
Let me speak to your associate first, Ember. So, you were witness to the events here, and as I understand it, you had a hand in bringing them to an end. For that, I thank you. But if you'll indulge me, I do have a few lingering questions. What in the world happened? I don't know what I expected, leaving her to her own devices here, even temporarily. Ember and Trouble are old friends. I can still feel the repercussions of this spell gone awry, as you say. Do I have you to thank for rectifying it? I see. As trying as she can be, she truly is a talented mage. She can be impatient, but given her natural inclination to magic, it's understandable. I always knew I was perhaps not the best teacher for her. I took her in because I knew I couldn't leave someone as skilled and impulsive as her to her own devices. But I have neither the time nor aptitude to teach her properly. It's my own failing. Speak to her, would you? I must collect my thoughts. Don't worry. Ember isn't in any trouble. While I am not pleased about my traumatized cook, I must concede that everything is back in order and the consequences of Ember's magic weren't dire. Still, I must consider what to do now. I don't mean to give the impression that Ember is incapable of learning. That's not the case. She's a bright mage, one of the brightest I've ever seen. Everything I've taught her, she's taken to like flame to parchment. But therein lies the problem. Well, just like a flame, Ember wants to devour everything around her. Her appetite for knowledge is ceaseless. That's good quality in a mage, but not necessarily one I'm equipped to deal with. By my own admission, I'm methodical, cautious. By the books. Exactly right. Ember needs someone who can keep up with her. Someone who thrusts themselves headlong into adventure so that she may temper herself and her magic beside them. Perhaps when I was younger, I could have been that for her, but not now.
Hey, you! Let's talk while Magister Irin collects his thoughts. I thought Magister Irin would be as mad as a wet dragon, but he looks amused. It's probably because he's wanted to turn Holdressa into a guar at some point. He just won't admit it. And the fact that we fixed it all before he got here helped. Well, I've been thinking. I'm grateful to Magister Irin, but sitting and reading about magic has little appeal to me. This whole thing just proved to me that I'm too restless here. I want to do magic, not just study it. Go on adventures, see things. I think it's time. I've been given good training here, but I still have a lot to learn. For me, the best teachers are curiosity and experience. I learn best by doing. So I need to get out in the world and continue my training. Ember the Sorcerer. I like the sound of that. But that can come later. First, take this. It's not much, but you deserve it. I think we made a good team today. If you ever need a sorcerer who has your back, let me know. We'd have some fun. Magister Irin, I'm grateful for your teachings and your patience. But I think it's time for me to move on.
The world is an excellent teacher for one of your talents, Ember. Do write me occasionally.
I should go pack my things. And say goodbye to Holdressa. Not a chance. Magic Cat, ready for business.
I've been waiting to try this spell out.
Sister, we can't just threaten everyone into becoming druids. We need these good folks to appreciate the woods, not fear them.
Don't worry, sweetheart. I'll figure something. I'm sorry, this isn't the best. Apologies. My name is Isabelle Valois. I'm an aspirant in the Sapphire Tourney. Well, the 8 must have me in their hearts. My second just left my service, and here I was thinking I'd have to do it alone. All right, there are 3 nightly orders here on the Isle. Let's decide what task to tackle first. The people of the Sisters take pride in our nights, the same as anywhere in High Rock. The Sapphire Tourney hosts 3 orders: the Iron Knot, the Oaken Order, and the Order of the Albatross. They're martial warriors and excellent to horse. You might say the Iron Knot is the most traditional of the Sapphire Orders. Our trial will be to find the hilt from a lost sword called Red Heart. It was the blade of the first Duke Dufort. Somewhere on these lands, before they belonged to the Duforts, the hilt supposedly had a massive rough-cut ruby in it. Should be easy to spot. My last squire, Burjo, suggested we hit the castle library to get an idea of where to start looking. Oaken Knights tend to be battle mages, conjurers, and support spellcasters. Their power stems from High Isle's strong tradition of druidic magic. Our trial will be to convince an elder to give us a staff, a symbol of their order. I'm guessing it won't be that straightforward, but who knows? There's a way shrine. 8 above help me. They're artists and sailors, singers, bards, and pirates all. Brave, swashbuckling warriors that make you recite poetry. Ghastly stuff. No, thankfully. Our trial will be to reclaim the gilded loot of Captain Brenvale. The story goes that he went down into the castle crypts years ago, hoping to use song and steel to subdue a spirit. He never returned. The catacombs are beneath the castle's chapel. We should just be able to grab a key near the stairs. I'll meet you there. With luck. Of course. Drake, I'm sorry. I bet I came on a little strong. I've spent months preparing for the tourney, and now the commander's pronouncement has sent me adrift. I'll be all right. What would you like to know? Sorry. It's a curse I picked up from my dad. A word from the old druid tongue that's been co-opted for common folk. I sort of grew up here at the castle, and it's a little more acceptable than the curses the dockhands use, so I use it. Aurelia and I grew up together. We've been close since we were very young, and, well, I can't stand the thought of her marrying one of the other aspirants. Especially Morton's. My goodness, what a dreary man. I'm not a knight just yet. That's why I'm in the tourney. I was a squire for years before I came an aspirant. You don't want to know how many stalls I've cleaned. The tourney gives me a chance to prove my worth to the orders, you see. That's a handsome question. I wish I had an answer for you. I can see ways that I'd be a good fit for either the Oaken Order or the Iron Knot. Maybe even the Order of the Albatross. That's a problem for Day's End, Isabelle to face. I'll meet you at the castle's chapel. The entrance to the catacombs is within.
You're going to help us. Oh, the 8 bless you.
I love harvesting runestones. 8 give me strength. Of all the sneaky, dishonest... We've got a small hitch in this rope. The key to the catacombs entrance is usually right near the door. But someone took it. Drake, I hope not. The idea of aspirants trying to directly sabotage each other doesn't sit well with me. And I see that look in your eye. No lockpicking. But buff my plate. Yes, let's split up. I'll go speak to the castle stewards, and you head for the offices of the Knight Commander. I still can't believe someone took the key. So childish. I bet it's Morton's. Morton's. I mean, they're not real pirates. They're knights who ride the waves instead of horses. And sing. By the god. Yes, a golden lute. The story goes, I'll be honest. Let's meet back inside the chapel. The catacombs entrance is down the stairs.
Oh, Mother. How could you do this to me? Thank you for assisting Isabel. I'm so grateful to you both. Aspirant Mortons came by not that long ago and told me he already had a honeymoon trip planned. The audacity! Oh, one of the other knights probably took it or hid it. Cheating! Isabel will not like that. One of my mother's aides might have one. It's good she sent you to ask, though. Best she avoids. She and I have been friends since we were very young. Knowing Izzy, she'll want to avoid even rumors she appealed to my mother for help. I'd start by...
I heard that Gloria Fausta sacrificed herself to cure Duke Sebastian's affliction.
Oh, hello! No, I'm sorry, that's not something I can... Give this note to Lady Aurelia.
If you don't have an appointment, and I'm looking for a posting more interesting than pushing papers for Knight Command. If you don't, and I'm looking for a posting. A bribe? How unexpected. Most people I have to deal with would rather get snippy and tell the commander about how rude I am. All because I can't be arsed to be obsequious. Refreshing.
I hope you've had better luck than I did. The stewards were no help at all. You've got a key? All right, let's see if we can find that fancy loot. Sir Brenvale probably made it deep into the crypts. These catacombs have been built up over generations. Might be a bit twisty down here.
Oh yeah, that felt good.
Well, I say Langley, is that you? Help a fellow out?
It's Isabel
Whoever
Vaughn,
you
Mortens.
are,
I'm
I was
my
here
second.
first. You gotta hang back. Tourney honor demands it. No, I'm hiding. I have a bit of a fear of spiders, you see. Just a moment. You won't get very far without the key to the deep crypts, which I just happen to have. Ha! I tell you what. When that thing surprised me, I may have dropped my sword. Return it to me, and I'll slip you the key. What do you think? Gods, it's such a pity to have to pull up on this task. Lady Aurelia is in trouble. Lovely to look at.
I know Stendar preach.
That felt good.
Hello? Is that you all with my sword? Or a spider? Oh!
We found your sword.
Very good.
My
You know,
second will-
yes, well, we're... There, and well played. Good luck to you both. It's surprisingly soothing, this little place. The tranquil. I found a lantern, I have my sword. I shall be perfectly fine. Good luck.
if we can find that...
Is it over?
I've never been this far into the catacombs. What a story this will make.
My magic will destroy you!
Can you imagine?
You were amazing!
They say that Sir Brenvale died at the hands of a ghost. The old Mad Duke. Ugh, gives me the shivers.
I'm gonna show off a little.
I'll take your fingers! Vengeance for Mother's treachery!
Look! I think that's the loot! Oh. And we've got it! Drake, let's get out of here.
La! At last, someone has retrieved my gilded loot. Come, follow me, away from this place. That ghastly mad spirit may return anon. Hark! I shall serenade you on your way. Oh, Sir Brenvale did enter these halls with a heart full of song. La! It did not take him long to hear the spirit's calls. Oh! He met the Mad Duke in combat. Oh ho! And they danced with swords all night long. La! Alas, Brenvale's skill was all for naught, and the quest went all awrong. Oh! And now, you know the end of the tale. Oh ho! This is where I bid you adieu. Sir Brenvale, Of course they did, good chaps. And of course, I was one of the Order's most renowned composers. They no doubt wish to put my beautiful gilded lute in the place of honor. Ah, yes, I'm sure when I did not return, there were many a fair damsel who wept inconsolable tears. After all, of course, I commend your efforts. Please, farewell, farewell.
Fresh air. Those catacombs were musty as a crypt. Not quite how I imagined that would go. But we faced the Mad Duke, walked with the spirit of Sir Brenvale, and lived to tell the tale. I'm sure the Order will approve. Good, except for the make up a poem or sing a song about it part coming at the end of the tourney. That I'm less excited about. Let's keep moving. Oaken Knights tend to be battle mages, conjurers, and support spellcasters. Their power stems from High Isle's strong tradition of druidic magic. Our trial will be to convince an elder of their order to give us a staff made of old wood oak. I'm guessing it won't be that straightforward, but who knows? There's a way shrine near the Coral River to the east. I'll meet you there, and we can make for the site of the trial. I'll meet you near the old way shrine just up the road. Ugh, I thought I heard Snag yelling in the distance. He's another aspirant and a complete donkey's arse. Never mind him. We're on a quest. So we have a bit of a leg up on this one. The Elder is a wizard named Erlebrew. He's actually a friend of my father's. He used to tell me stories when I was young. Funny little man. I would never! Stealing is, well, unknightly. Knowing Erlebrew, the challenge will be more about thinking and reason than magic or subterfuge. Right. If I remember correctly, I think he lives in a little grotto to the south, near the coast. He likes his privacy, our Oaken Elder. suppose in the stories, knights are usually all swords and glory, but the druids have been here. I think they used to be.
This is so much better than reading. We're the best! Doing something with magic-y?
Damn. Sneg and Brelinall beat us here.
Get behind me, squires! Sneg was here first! Ha!
We arrived at the same time, you simpering buffoon.
Well, you're still too late. A wizard's magic is no match for the strength and honor of this aspirant. For honor!
All right. Seems like the direct approach won't work here.
I'm sure I can get this barrier open.
Willabrew doesn't go easy on aspirants, it seems. I think a bird. Looks like a forest heron, perhaps. Look at that branch there. Representing Spriggans, maybe? Cat's paw. That old man. I know exactly how to bring down the barrier. He's lifted the pillars and the symbols from a story he told me as a child. Almost exactly. A wise old sage puts up a barrier around his home. He's trying to protect a little girl he's raising from a fearsome dark knight. She grows up to be a mighty warrior, but the sage makes her figure a way out of the sacred grove. In the tale, the symbols on the pillars held the key. Like the cat there. A cat's paw is a pretty little flower that grows in shady forests. And that bird looks like a forest heron. I'd bet anything we need one of their feathers. I've seen it before. It's a druidic symbol for Spriggans. In the tale, she befriended one that lived in the grove. She wore a Spriggan's veil, a wreath of leaves they shed every...
Keep that close to you. A pickpocket will make it stealing off something like that. Do I look stronger to you? What about my smell? I feel like I smell stronger. Try to sell out.
back, carrying feathers. Looks like you found them. Majestic birds. Right up until you're cleaning scat off the docks. A Spriggan's veil. Powerful symbolism. That did it! Can you talk to him? I'm all sweaty.
Oh, hello then. Figured out my barrier, did you? And is that little Izzy I see back there? Oh, yes. I hoped it would be her. She remembered the tale of Myriette la Courageuse, eh? So nice you two could come out there. Usually it's just me and the forest spirits these days. Of course not. Solve the puzzle, take the staff. That's the idea, right? What's out back leaning against the cottage? Enjoying good health, second. Off you go then, and be careful where you put that thing. That staff's like me. It might be old, but it can still zap the ears off a rabbit if you aren't careful. Oh, no, that would be wildly inappropriate. I pulled this challenge directly from the pages of one of my favorite books. Who can blame me? I'm a daffy old wizard. Come here, lass. No need to dawdle near the door like you're still a squire.
Thank you, you old goat. Still thinking of me all these years later. We've got the staff! The moment I heard Erlebrew was representing the Order, I knew we might have a shot. Well done. I am. Those stories Erlebrew told me when I was little, they're a part of why I'm in the tourney today. And I won't lie, it's nice to know he still cares about me. Strange. They're martial warriors, and excellent to horse. You might say the Iron Knot is the most traditional of the Sapphire Orders. Our trial will be to find the hilt from a lost sword called Redheart. It was the blade of the first Duke Dufort. Somewhere on these lands, before they belonged to the Duforts, the hilt supposedly had a massive rough-cut ruby in it. Should be easy to spot. My last squire, Burjo, suggested we hit the castle library to get an idea of where to start looking.
Hello? Isabel?
Aurelia, what are you doing here?
Don't be annoyed. I, did sort of follow along.
I'll catch up to you. I want to talk to Aurelia, make sure she's all right.
Good eye. I didn't even see that runestone at first.
Thank you for saving Glenumbra. Thank you so much.
There you are. Let's see if we can unearth the past, shall we? People left books open all over the place. How rude. What was that one about? I found something about crop rotation. Exciting. My previous second. My previous second, Burjo, had a good thought. To look for the early history of the Duforts. Find anything promising? Let's chat. The book was already... Let's see... You're right. Looks like the Well, in my defense, I didn't know it was owned by the Duforts when we played there as kids. We also didn't go looking for knightly relics, which now I wish we had. There aren't really roads back there, but I remember a nice wide path we can take. I'll mark your map. Maybe if we hurry, we can beat Burjo and Langley to the ruin. I'll see you there. I'm hoping we can beat the other aspirants to the hilt. Each of the captains have their own view on how to earn honor. I've heard stories that the Iron Knot's captain, Orlfeth, has slain trolls twice her size. So just swinging a sword won't impress her. She wants warriors that can think as well as fight. That's a funny thought. I don't think so, but we can ask her. The hilt itself is classic Iron Knot, a historic trophy from a mighty warrior who fell in single...
Madame Valois, you're too late. I'm here first, you cannot pass through.
I guess what he said. Sorry, Isabel.
Hurry up, will you, lad? I'll need sustenance forthwith, and you don't have much time to make me a
It's not
meal.
worth a row with Langley over who can search the woods first. I'd best him easily, don't get me wrong. But blatant fighting between aspirants is frowned upon. Doesn't matter. I have an idea. Langley's first and last thoughts every day are about himself. He'll have Burjo working on moving those trees. Well, until he gets bored. So let's just go around. Remember, Aurelia and I used to play up by the ruin. There's a path around the rise to the east. Let's go carefully, though. We stopped playing up there when a Fawn warband moved in. Here it is, just like I remembered, by the curved tree. The ruin should be at the top of the rise. This is it. The old stones, the locals call it. Let's find that hilt.
What's inside? Come on, I'm so curious.
That's it! Come on, let's get out of here before Langley and Burjo arrive.
You going to
Careful
enchant
there,
something with
Squire.
that? Can
Don't
I
let
watch?
the branches snap back. You've scratched my armor. That hilt must be around here somewhere. Get to work.
I'm not sure it's chivalrous of me, but I hope that arse wastes the rest of the day looking for that hilt. We did it! Red Heart's hilt! As a knight, I am. I assumed the Iron Knot trial would be all about swordplay and martial skill. Maybe horse riding. Horses and I don't like each other much. Anyway, all that's left is to present the trophies. Everyone will be gathered at the tourney pavilion. I'm excited. And nervous. I get a bit... We've done it. All 3 trophies. Meet me near the tourney pavilion and we'll present them together.
I helped.
Magister Erin never let me watch him do this. It's so interesting. Make sure there aren't any traps.
Isabel, you've saved me.
I think my nerves are as we walk in. It's
Mother, I wouldn't embarrass her.
The sooner we start, the sooner it's over.
Lord
Lords and ladies, men and mer, a knight aspirant approaches the stage. Lady Isabelle Valois.
Let's get things started.
Proceed, madam. Your second may present any trophies you have won.
Together, we found the hilt of blade Redheart, lost in a battle long ago. This we present to the Order of the Iron Knot.
Well done, aspirant Valois.
To the Order of the Albatross, we present the gilded lute of Sir Brenvale.
Wonderful. Now, perhaps we could hear a poem or ditty about the adventure, aspirant.
The lute of gold did gather mold, lost for many years. I cannot lie, Brenvale did die, tripping on a tomb. And finally, we present the Oaken Order with the Staff of the Wild Woods, after solving the wizard Erlebru's
The Oaken
puzzle.
Order commends you, aspirant.
Aspirant Valois, claiming all 3 trophies makes you the champion of the Sapphire Tourney. Come, you have earned a boon from your commander. From this day forward, you are a knight of High Isle. Be brave, courteous, loyal, and act with honor. Arise, Dame Isabelle Valois.
Lord Commander, I know what my boon will be. You may know as well. Please release Aurelia from the promise you made. Allow her to make her own choice to marry or not, as she sees fit.
I cannot deny such a selfless boon. Aurelia is free to make her own choices, within reason.
Oh, thank the 8.
Dame Isabelle, I am deeply impressed. I wish to speak with you and your second. Find me in my office at your convenience. You did well, Isabelle. It seems as though your second was a great boon to you today. Second, step forward. I'd like to speak to you.
She was amazing! I am so proud of you. Dame Isabelle, what a nice ring to it.
They're far more than a mere second, Commander.
I've known Isabelle, Dame Isabelle, for many years. It was encouraging to see her push herself like this. I believe your able assistants may have also played a part? Well, I believe a knight should not be measured by the worth of their weapon, but by the allies they keep. The Knights of High Isle pride ourselves on our courtesy, and I personally always wish to honor good people. For acting as Dame Isabelle's second during this year's Sapphire Tourney, I want to formally extend my thanks, as both Knight Commander and as a mother.
What a day. I suppose that just shows what determination can get you. When the tourney began, Aurelia was in the depths of despair. I was struggling. And now look at us. Thank you. Take the credit you're due. You kept me focused, gave me a sounding board, and most importantly, I knew whatever happened, I wasn't alone. I can't tell you what that meant to me. I still can't get used to it. Dame Isabelle Valois. I dreamed about wearing shining armor, riding a valiant steed. So far it's been crypts, creatures, and a lot of running around. I've loved every moment. Except I've been thinking. I have a place. If you'll excuse me, I have to get my things. I want to get ready for adventure.
I'm sorry, Mother, but you didn't break your word. And I didn't get stuck having breakfast across from Morton's or Langley. Ugh.
I think things have turned out just the way they should have. Just be ready to see Isabel less often, dear. A page has turned on our little story.
I am your shield. Good quality there. Oh, nice. What did you find? learned so much riding with you, my friend.
There you are. This is where our investigation begins. Let us look around. There are footprints ahead, toward the water. This is where I gallantly apprehended the lieutenant. We are on the right track. Let us continue.
Get back, Beans. Another find for your pack.
I knew you missed me.
Amazing!
These ancient totems are spread out across the swamp, but they are always dormant. strange. I think there are more farther ahead. I wonder if they are active as well. Argonians and Imperials. It looks like they were fighting back to back, defending themselves. Their wounds are jagged too. Perhaps we will find survivors farther up this way. Let us. Let us hurry. We need to. Let us. We use this dye for rituals. Is this what woke those totems? Let us follow the footprints.
Watching you harvest is exciting. I can't wait to see what you're going to do with that.
Might be something good in there. Might be nothing. Never know unless you check.
This is the largest of those totems I mentioned earlier. Oh, I think I understand. With these runes, whoever is responsible turned this totem and the others into very powerful lures. That explains the excess of creatures coming out of the swamp. I do not know. It is incredible. I am... Despite my yelping, I was not afraid, I assure you. There is no shame in being frightened, of course. If you are alarmed, do not worry. You are safe with me. Anyway, that was a great effort on your part. But perhaps hitting it is not enough. This is now beyond my capability. I believe the magic of these totems and the secret to destroying them would be known by the elder of my tribe, Naish Nurwal. I think we need to speak to her if we are to learn anything more. She should be back in the village. I will return and speak to Naish Nurwal. Meet me there when you can.
Bodies of Imperials and our own?
I appreciate your willingness to help, outsider, but you must understand. Heem Joss has a strong heart, but he often invents problems in order to test his... What? This is a very serious accusation. The idea that one of our own caused so much pain, it is as hard to chew as thick bark. Is what Heem Joss said about the bodies true? Please, the creatures in the swamp are incredibly vicious, even in small doses. The one at the top of Zal Aristotle? We have no choice but to venture inside the Zonmir. But we do not have enough people to do so safely. We have lost. Good. Hopefully he will be willing to appeal to his superiors. Regardless, I will make sure he is freed. Take this. It is a ward that will unlock the main entrance of Zal Aristotle. I will gather as many...
Gods, this can't be happening. I heard what was discussed. I can hardly believe it. The Ivory Brigade is far from petty. I'm sure there will be some who are unhappy about it, but even they will understand the need to work together in order to stop this. I'll speak with my commander if I'm free to go. I'm sure I can convince him.
My apologies on behalf of my tribe, Lieutenant. Let us get you out of there.
I will meet you at the ruins.
gods, remind us of what is important.
The entrance to Zal Aristotle should be along the bottom of the structure. Let us hurry. There, the door.
Street urchin golden rule. Never pass up an unattended bag.
It is quite dark in here. Why don't you lead?